What's going on, everybody? Hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving and everything went good, and nobody decided to fight at the dinner table and all that good stuff. We sure did. We ended up doing three dinners. I don't know. I just know it was a lot of good eating, and old fat boy likes eating. But anyway, it's been a few days now since we went and picked up what I'm fixing to show you, and it's definitely by far one of the better pieces of American history that I'll have ever owned. And I was gonna make videos of us loading it up, but I decided not to, because I didn't want to show the outside of the building where it was kept and all that, and trying to keep that location private for the gentleman that still owns the building and everything. And I was going to do some videos on it Sunday. That was Saturday whenever we went and picked it up. I was going to do some videos on it Sunday, and it rained so bad here. It was unreal. So I was going to do something yesterday. Ended up having some family emergencies come up. I had to take my pops to the doctor and all that, but he's doing good and all. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce y'all to what we're going to call Buddy, or Little Buddy. That was the gentleman that used to own this particular car. His name was Buddy, and that was my stepmother's daddy. It was the previous owner of this car, and I was fortunate enough to be able to get this car and be able to go back and I'm going to go back and get her back going and everything, and try to save some more American history. But the old car, it was running and driving, like everything when it was parked. And he took very, very good care of this car. I was not going to pick it up this soon, but the building that it was in was starting to get pretty bad. And you'll see some of the damage over here on the roof and stuff from where it got leaked on, and some rust on the fenders and stuff like that. But all in all, for this old car to be almost 100 years old, she ain't in bad shape at all. And I've already got parts on order. That's what I did yesterday while Pops was having his procedures done. I ordered parts. So I made my buddy at O'Reilly's, I made him a little mad trying to find some of these things that I was asking for, but he'd get over it. So, but anyway, I'm going to introduce y'all to Little Buddy here. So here's your nice booty shot of him. You can see it's still got the one brake light and the spare tire and all that. And you see a little bit of rust under the windows. That's just from where it leaked. It's not bad, but she's just dirty. Y'all excuse that. Christmas decided to throw up at the house. There's Easy. Hey, Easy. What are you doing? I ain't fussing at you. Just showing you off to everybody. Anyway, that was Christmas stuff. But anyway, here's the car. So this is a 1926 Ford Model T 2-door sedan. It's a mouthful, trust me. But she's pretty much basically all original. You see a little bit of rust under the rear window here. It's really not bad. You see the roof where it's starting to rot, but that's the worst part of it right there. It's where the tin started coming loose on the building, and that's where it was leaking down onto the car. As a matter of fact, we had that piece of plywood there on top of the car with straps on it to keep it from blowing up going down the road. But this is her. I already took the hood off of it so we could get a better shot of it. The motor's got compression and everything. The spark plugs and stuff don't look too bad. The radiator, it still has got very, very, very good green antifreeze in it. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but still got very good green antifreeze in it. So I know the motor didn't freeze or anything. But that's the spot on the fender there where it leaked. And you can see this is the worst side, that roof. And it wasn't that bad, but I've been kind of trying to figure out how to get all this loose and all, where we can replace it and redo it and all. But that's the worst piece of rust on it, is this piece right here. But as you can see, she's just nasty, just dirty from sitting. Still got original wood wheels. Izzy, you just want to be a movie star today, don't you? And believe it or not, these tires have been holding air now for a couple of weeks. I went and put some oil in the cylinders and stuff like that to go ahead and let it be sitting and everything, so you know, because you don't want to ever try to turn the motor over with dry cylinders. So just let it be sitting and all. But we're still going to change them, of course. Coker Tires already. I've already looked at their website and all, and they sell tires. And believe it or not, there's a place in Columbia, South Carolina, which is about an hour and some change south of where we're at, that sells pretty much all the parts for this thing. I called O'Reilly's, and O'Reilly's was able to get me a battery, a 6-volt battery, an Optima 6-volt battery at that. That surprised me. And some plugs. And he can even get me a belt, even though that belt right here, the belt's leather, it's on it. But he can get me a rubber belt to go on it. And we might get one of those, and I'll keep that one, try to clean it up and put it back on for shows or whatever. But this old car, to be almost 100 years old, check this out. Doors open, watch, one finger. Locks that easy. Well, hang on. There you go, locks that easy. That S10, you got to slam the doors on it sometimes to get it to lock. But the interior of this car, you have to, it's got one big rat nest right there. And that's, the carpet and all folds back, and it's not bad. I just had it up where I was looking at things and everything, and I know it's dark and I don't have a light on me to show y'all the interior, how I actually, well, I believe it's going to clean up. But got a big back seat. You can see got a little bit of wear and tear and stuff. There's your crank for these back windows. They roll down. It's a little hard, but they hadn't probably been down in forever. So this is like your gear shift and all. I'll go over a whole thing of how to drive it and everything. And you can tilt the windshield out like a Jeep. I thought that was pretty cool. There's your windshield wiper. Talk about a manual windshield wiper. But all in all, y'all, I noticed some people are like, oh, that car's in bad shape. No, this car is in great shape. Motor is all there. Battery will be in tomorrow. Spark plugs will be in tomorrow, even though these plugs don't look that bad. As you can see. I mean, they got some oil on them. That's from the stuff I put in the cylinders. But they're not that bad. But I think we'll be able to have it running in no time. The fuel tank on this car, which is up here, it was what's going to be the worst, most aggravating part, I believe. I don't know how well you can see, but you see how brown it looks and stuff? So that's going to be varnish and rust and stuff like that. I've put apple cider vinegar in it. It's been in there a couple weeks now, and it should eat all that crap away. And believe it or not, that'll pretty much make all rusty gas tanks or anything with rust on it. That apple cider vinegar will eat that rust and clean it up very, very well. So I got $72 and 10 gallons of apple cider vinegar, in case y'all were wondering. But it's still got original wood coils. I know nothing about them. You can take them out and clean contacts and stuff on them. We'll figure that out as we go. It's still got original Uga horn. Of course, got your hand crank. Original lights. The car is very, very, very much original. One of the cool things, I don't know how well you'll be able to see, they don't really have grease fittings back in the day. They had oil caps or oil cups. So you flip that little cap up and then you just squirt some oil in it. And that's how you lube your chassis and stuff. As you can see, there is no air filter. They just didn't have them back in the day. But nothing, the choke's not stuck. The throttle on the inside's not stuck. The enrichener down here on the carb's not stuck. None of that's stuck. The generator, magneto and all that, I don't know about any of that yet because like I said, I don't have a battery to put in it. But this is going to be a fun car to work on. And like I said, this is the worst thing. This is going to be my biggest pain most expensive, biggest pain to fix. Because to be honest with you, I'm going to clean it up, fix that, put some tires, and probably some different wheels on it because the wood wheels just kind of scare me a little bit. You know, being almost 100 years old, they make wire spoke wheels, metal wheels that you can put on. Coker also sells those. So more than likely what I'll do is I'll have these tires and wheels, or these wheels with new tires on them, and I'll have those put up for shows and stuff like that. And then I'll have the metal wire wheels to actually drive it around, because I'm going to drive it, even though it don't go but 45 miles an hour. So it's going to be fun, interesting. I'm going to teach y'all how to drive a Model A, because none of those pedals are what you think. Normally everybody says gas, brake, clutch. Nope. You got brake, reverse, clutch. And this, like I said, this is your shifter. This is your timing for the engine, to retard and advance the timing right here. And over here on this other side, this is your throttle. That's what makes it go fast or slow. Actually, the whole car's slow, you know. I think top speed on this baby is a whopping 45 miles an hour. So it'll be blistering speed. Be speedy quick in this thing. But this is just a little overview of the car. I'm going to go over it step by step as I do stuff to it and try to film what I can. First thing we're going to do, of course, is clean it up. You know, I'm not one to work on nothing that's nasty. You know, just for the simple fact of I don't want to work in mouse crap and everything else is on the inside, which is not terrible. I've dealt with way worse, you know. And there's no sense in trying to work on this motor and all and do too much to it before it's good and cleaned up and everything. And plus, once you clean something up, you can really see what you got then. Tell if it's got any leaks and stuff when it starts running, and just make sure it wasn't something that somebody spilled or whatever. You know, so you can see a little repair somebody did to the radiator years ago right there. So I want one of those what do you call them, autometer gauges that goes on the front. It's got a little eagle thing, or I don't really know what they are, to be honest with you. I've never seen one up close to really tell you what it is, but it's your temperature gauge. You know, it tells you whenever the car is running hot or not, because it has no gauges on the inside. You have a gauge in here. And I know you're not going to be able to see it real well, but you have an amp gauge. That's it. And another thing I got to do, I got to get a new ignition switch. My stepmom doesn't know where the key is to it, but that's okay. I can get a whole new tumbler and everything. Key and all from that place in Columbia. That place is called Smith & Jones, by the way. If any of y'all got any old Model A's, Model T's, you need some parts, check them out. They sell online and everything, and they'll ship it to your house. But like I said, it's an hour and some change away from me, so I'm gonna drive. Well, I'm gonna call and make sure they got what I need. But I'm still probably going to end up going down there just to see what they got for inventory wise, and see, because I'm sure that Buddy bought some stuff from them for this car, because I found the catalog inside. Oh, speaking of finding stuff inside. Anyway, I found the catalog. That's how I found out about them. For the, in case you're wondering, this is your gas gauge right here. You stick it down in the tank, and wherever it's wet, that's how many gallons of gas you got. It's only got a 10-gallon tank. And as you can see, you know, it tells you how many gallons you got left. Oh, that was pretty cool. And this is another place. I haven't really checked those people out yet, but Max Auto Antique Parts. I don't know anything about them, but apparently they sell old Ford parts too, so, you know. There's a lot of places that sell old Ford parts and stuff, and that place in Columbia, and a lot of these places, their parts actually look like original parts. Even though they're, you know, new. They still say Ford or what is it? FOMOCO, F-O-M-O-C-O, FOMOCO, Ford Motor Company. So you can get all kinds of stuff for these things that still make it look original and all. So, but the next video y'all see of this thing will probably be of me cleaning it up, because I'm not wanting to work in rat crap and get sick, and my kid, he'll be out here wanting to work on it, because ultimately this will probably end up being his car one day. So he'll be out here helping me do it, and I don't want him walling around in mouse crap and everything, and I don't want to wallow around in mouse crap. So, but that'll probably be the next thing I see of this old girl or this old dude getting cleaned up and everything. We're gonna really better see what we're working with then. Probably do the interior and then do the outside and wash it and just see what we're working with. Get a good deep clean, and some parts will be in tomorrow for it. The battery and spark plugs will be in tomorrow for it. And then I'll go to Columbia the next day. Yeah, the next day. And go get the ignition switch for the new ignition switch, keys and all that stuff, so we can put the battery and all in it and actually try to fire this beast up. I think it's a whopping 20 horsepower. That's what this thing puts out. So, but it'll be all original. I'll leave it all original. I'm just gonna clean it up, fix it up, and get it running and driving, and fix the top, and then a year or two down the road, we'll see about getting her painted, and, you know, got to give her a good shakedown. She's been sitting for, what, about 10, 11 years? Something like that now? I don't know. Been sitting for a little while. But this is it. Moved my truck out. My Silverado now sits outside, so this thing can sit in here. But, you know, American history. Without this car, we wouldn't have a lot of the cars we got today. So, y'all get ready to sit back, relax, and watch me clean this thing up in the next episode. It probably won't be today when I start cleaning it up, but it'll be soon. That'll probably be the next video. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you got some suggestions about some things to do or some places to get parts from or whatever, if you know anybody that's got parts for these old cars, it's in South Carolina, North Carolina, maybe Georgia, yo, drop me a comment and let me know. I know nothing about these cars. This is absolutely way further back in time than what I'm accustomed to. I usually stuck around the 60s and 70s, and this is a 26. So there's some old men around here and all this that got a lot of parts and stuff for this thing, but we'll figure that out whenever that time comes. And I don't know what I'll need. I don't think I'll need much, you know. So if y'all like it, you know, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and share it to your friends and stuff, and show it to some people that know more about these cars than me, and let them watch the videos, and maybe they can tell me how to do stuff, because I don't know nothing. Google and YouTube, and I got a book. I'm trying to find a certain book that I was told to get for a repair manual for it. It's Henry's Ford Repair or something. I don't know. I said it was a good book to have to know stuff about these, because it's 6 volt with a positive ground. In case you don't know what that means that your chassis on this car, instead of being a ground like on your modern vehicles, that is your hot side. And it takes absolutely not much to catch something on fire with a 6 volt positive ground system, from what I've been told. I don't know. Well, we're going to figure it out. So like I said, guys, y'all like and subscribe and share this video to some old timers that likes these old cars, and maybe they'll get a kick out of watching one of these old girls come back to life. Because whenever it gets back running and driving, we're going to drive it. We're going to drive it. I want to get it driving where I can, drive it around town, maybe 30 minutes away, 45 minutes away, something like that. And, actually use it. I'm not one to get something and not drive it, not use it. So, y'all let me know what you think. And like I said, we'll catch y'all in the next one whenever we're doing something else to this old thing.